I've been searching all this time. And darling, can you wash my sins away? 'Cause we were never made to bleed. I need you to rescue me.
My name is Katrina Cain and I am a singer-songwriter here in Los Angeles, and today I am here at Perfect Circuit to explain some vocal techniques when you're running your vocals through effects pedals. So today I'm going to be talking about different vocal techniques that can help you when you're using effects pedals on your voice. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Some of the main things we're going to talk about is vowel sounds, consonants, vibrato, and we'll talk a little bit about pitch correction as well and how to sing when that is a factor. I have my microphone running into the old Blood Noise Endeavor's Maw, which this pedal is cool because it has a preamp in it so that you can run a mic into your pedal board. That is going into the Meris Hedra. We also have a Meris Mercury 7 and the TC Electronic Ditto Looper. I'm also using this Meris preset switch, and this is controlling the Hedra specifically because there's so much in this pedal, so many different layers of effects that you can get to. I use the preset switch so that I don't have to change those on the fly. In this first loop, I'm using it to do both higher range harmonies and some mid-range harmonies. When you are using a pedal that's going to harmonize higher and you're singing in a higher range, you might find that your vowels start to sound kind of cartoonish, and I will show you what I mean. That can definitely be a super cool sound. But if you want more of an angelic or like ethereal sound, all you have to do is darken your vowel. So instead of choosing like an E, even an ah can sound a little too bright. Go for an oo or an o or an aw. And I'm going to show you the difference between that right now. Even the ah can start to sound a little bright, so really play with that and decide what color you want to be in your set and go for a vowel that matches that. On the opposite end of the spectrum, I wanted to also show you how doing a darker vowel will actually make your sound more muddy. So we're going to use a really, really low harmonization from the Hedra. So you can hear how if you use a darker tone, it will kind of envelop itself. Sometimes it starts to sound kind of muddy to me. You can combat that if it's sounding muddy by using a brighter vowel. Also, if you don't like the sound of that brighter vowel, all you have to do is use your dark vowel and smile, and it'll brighten up the vowel a little bit. So here's the difference. Let's just use a super bright vowel. So keep that in mind when you are singing lower or singing higher. However you want to color your set, try any of those vowel sounds to make it what you want. So let's just do a little bit of singing with this. Lastly, we're going to talk about both consonants and vibrato. So when you have a hard tune on, the notes are going to instantly try and snap to the correct pitches. So when you're using something like that, the pitches are going to step up and down. If you do any sort of vibrato, it's going to still try and overcorrect that pitch, which will kind of sound like a glitching effect. If you turn that off, it'll glide with you. So you can hear when it's gliding, the pitches will kind of swim with you. And if you do a vibrato, it'll actually kind of turn into sort of like a shimmer. It kind of sounds like a shimmery, ethereal, butterfly wing type effect. When you're using something that has really specific hard tuning, sometimes the beginning of your pitch, if it's not perfectly on, you'll hear it glitch out. immediately. If I'm not singing words, I like to start all of my vowels with a consonant. And the consonant I like is D because it's a little more, it's softer and a little more dental, so you also won't like pop your microphone like if you're using a T or a P. You can hear that the pitch actually starts really crisply, but if I don't do that and I have like maybe a little air in my sound, it won't start as nicely. You can hear it kind of trying to correct, and the consonant really helps it. If you are set on using a vowel sound with no beginning consonant, one thing you can do is use what's called a glottal attack. And it's basically just like when you say the word apple, if I were to say like have an apple instead of have an apple. That is a glottal attack, and that will help your vowels be more crisp and more in tune right away if you don't want to use a consonant. So let's try that out. You can hear the difference between that and something like the glottal attack or consonant attack will help your pitches come across a lot more crisply. Crispier. No, I don't want to say that. Using a glottal attack or a consonant will help your pitches come across clearer and more crisp. Does that work? Okay. Okay. So I hope you found some of these tips useful, and I hope that it encourages you to play around with vocal effects more. If you have any tips or different techniques to try, leave them in the comments below. Let us know if you have any questions. Thank you so much, Perfect Circuit. Have a good day. Is that kind of cool?
Yeah, I love that.
Just like put it in there.